Previously, we have talked about cosine alpha minus beta is cosine, cosine, sine, sine. And here is plus, here is minus. And then alpha is first, so you put alpha, alpha. Beta, second one, so you have beta, beta, beta. Now, if here were addition, how does the formula look like? Okay, this is our the formula we want to talk about in this lecture. Instead of minus, if here is plus, how does the formula look like? In order to derive this formula, let's look at the definition first. Okay, we want to look at this one. Here the angle is t, then again x coordinate is cosine t, y coordinate is sine t. And then for negative t, those 2 points are symmetric. So you have x coordinate is cosine negative t, y coordinate, you see here was y, then here should be negative y. Okay, and y coordinate is sine negative t. X coordinate of this angle or this point is cosine negative t, sine coordinate is sine negative t, because the angle is negative here. But apparently, you know, x are still the same. They are still on the right-hand side of y-axis. So x coordinate are the same, but this point switch to from quadrant 1 to quadrant 4, y comes to be negative y. So apparently you can see x are the same, then cosine t is cosine negative t. Okay, and then sine negative t is negative y. It's negative y. Okay, sine negative is negative y. But you know y is sine t. Okay, y is sine t. So then if you replace this y with sine t and then you put negative sign in front of it, then they are equal. If they are equal, then they are equal. So for sine negative t is negative sine t. For cosine negative t is just cosine t. It looks like, it doesn't matter here is positive or negative. For cosine, then they are equal. Okay, and here for sine is different. For sine, if here is negative t, it looks like this t can get out. Okay, this negative sign can get out. Okay, so this function we call is even function. And then this function we call is odd function. The sign, negative sign gets out, odd function. If it doesn't matter it's positive or negative, they are equal, then it's called even function. So in order to dealing the sign of sine and cosine, that's what we got from here. We have an angle for t and negative t, and then for angle in the second quadrant and the third quadrant, let's use alpha and negative alpha to denote it. Still you will see the xy coordinate, they have the same relationship as the one they appear in quadrant 1 and 4. So you enjoy yourself on that. Okay, on those two. I did this one. It's tell you that this is true. Negative sign disappeared for cosine. For sine, negative sign get out. That's what I want to tell you. So if you have this in your mind, then you should be able to look at this one, cosine alpha plus beta. You know, plus alpha is minus beta. Plus beta is minus beta. The reason is what? Why do we want to do this? Is because previously we only know what? We only know the formula for minus. Minus is plus. We don't know if here is plus, how we are going to do. So that's why I want to change this to minus. Okay, so here is minus down here. Okay, now if you change it to minus, you can apply this formula. Okay, then cosine is cosine, sine. And then first angle, second angle, minus, plus. So, cosine, sine. You may write cosine, sine. Okay, for cosine alpha plus beta. Yeah, all for this one. Now then put the first angle is alpha. The second angle is negative beta. Here is minus, here is plus. So actually we apply this formula. Minus, plus. Okay? And then first angle alpha, and then alpha. Second angle beta. Here, negative beta. So you have negative beta. Minus, plus. Okay, we actually, this one from here to here is we apply this formula. Okay, minus, plus, and negative angle, negative beta. Second angle, first angle was alpha, and that's fine. Okay, I have told you a minute ago is that cosine negative beta is cosine beta. Because cosine negative t is cosine t. Is the one I wrote down here. Okay, and then cosine sine negative beta, negative sign gets out. Okay. So is the one I said here. Negative sign gets out. Okay, there was t, here is beta. Now, if here negative sign doesn't matter, so you can just write cosine alpha, cosine beta. And then here there is a negative sign gets out, that's negative sine beta. So sine alpha times negative sine beta is negative sine alpha sine beta. Okay? Yeah. It's right here. Sine alpha times negative sine beta. That's negative sine alpha sine beta. Okay, that's the formula. Okay? That's the formula. So if here is minus, here is plus. If here is plus, here is minus. That's it. That's the difference. Okay? Still cosine, sine. If here were cosine. Okay? Okay, after we get that, can you do this example? Cosine 13 degrees, cosine 47, sine 13 degrees, sine 47. Here is minus. If here is minus, like the one previously we did, my plus inside is minus for cosine. And here is minus, then inside cosine is plus. 13 degrees plus 47, and that's 60 degrees. Cosine 60 degrees, we know, is 1/2. Okay? So previously add is subtraction, and here subtraction is addition. All right? Okay, let's keep going. We are done with cosine. How about the formula like these two? Sine alpha plus beta, sine alpha minus beta. We got to use this formula. Okay, or this formula to find those two. Before we do that, I want you to look at this. Previously, we looked at the left-hand side. This one. Now I want you to look at the right-hand side. Okay? Look, this is a right triangle. Hypotenuse is C. A is this leg. B is this leg. Here is T. Here is 90 degrees. Or pi over 2. Then this one will be pi over 2 minus T. Because here is T. So 90 degrees minus this T, you'll get this angle. Okay? Now, what is sine T in this right triangle? Sine T is this one. So sine T is opposite side over hypotenuse. Is A over C. Okay? So sine T is A over C, is right here. Okay? A over C. Now, A over C is actually the adjacent side over hypotenuse for this angle. And that's actually cosine pi over 2 minus T. So the things I want to say is that sine T opposite side over hypotenuse is actually the cosine pi over 2 minus T. That's adjacent side over hypotenuse. So those two are equal. Okay? Yeah. So sine T equals cosine pi over 2 minus T. All right. Now you may wonder, how about cosine T? Similarly, you can do the same. Cosine T is adjacent side over hypotenuse. Okay? And then B over C is cosine T. You see, right here. Right here. Cosine T is B over C. Is B over C. But B over C is opposite side over hypotenuse for this angle. That's sine. So you may write sine pi over 2 minus T. That's B over C. And B over C is the adjacent side over hypotenuse. That's sine T. Cosine T. So these two are the same. So sine pi over 2 minus T is cosine T. And cosine pi over 2 minus T is sine T. That's what I want you to remember.